What does it look like when you celebrate Nashville in 2020? It looks like community, one love and unity.
Unity.
Unidad.
Unity.
Celebrate Nashville is a color rush, a vibrant song with a never-ending paintbrush. It's tasting joy and embracing positivity, believing that a little boy and a little girl can live out a king's dream. It's a call knowing that someone will respond. It's Metro Parks leading the way with the torch of humanity. It's the value in human life, knowing we all have the opportunity to get it right. This is Celebrate Nashville. Always has been and always will be a place for connection and reflection, growth and understanding. All it takes is one voice for us to climb. This is how we celebrate. Together.
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 Заjedništvo.
Juntos.
Together.
My father was born and raised on the Blackfoot Reservation in Browning, Montana. I wasn't around the environment like my father was growing up, but he did a very excellent job of surrounding me with the culture that he knew and the culture that he grew up with, teaching me to dance when I was starting around 7 years old. This particular dance that I'm demonstrating today is a Northern Plains grass dance. It originates in the late 1800s and the early 1900s. Generally, it was done by younger warriors. Oftentimes when they would come home from battle or in preparation for ceremony, they would be the first onto the field or into the plains to prepare the circle for the other dancers and for the drum to be placed into the center. And so as you watch the dance, you see high leg lifts and the stomping motions and circles, and you notice that the yarn on the regalia emulates and moves very similarly to the plains grass as it would in the wind. My experience last year was my first time partaking in Celebrate Nashville, and it was truly a pleasure standing alongside so many other heritages and so many other people celebrating what makes this city so colorful and so unique.
So my name is Eamon Dillon. I live in Bellevue, Nashville, and I come from Belfast in Ireland. So Irish music is very much a community-based type of music. It's all about, not to take away from the music, it's all about the company having a bit of crack, as we say in Ireland, having a bit of fun. But the music is every bit as valid with 5 or 6 people playing as it would be just one person playing by themselves, you know.
My name is Frances Cunningham, and I live in Ashland City, so I'm a little bit outside of town, but I used to live in town. My dad loved Irish music. As a young kid, he was always listening to the Chieftains and Steel I Spin and all that, and so I fell in love with it at a very early age. Even though I'm from Houston, which is not one of the traditional big cities of Irish music, I had some great people in town who were ace players, and so I was really lucky.
So the instrument that I play are called the uilleann pipes. There's a huge family of different types of bagpipes. They're the Irish ones. And the word uilleann means elbow, because as you saw, they're blown with the bellows.
I'm Bill Verdier. I grew up in Philadelphia. This music gave me a sense of place and purpose in my life. Once you learn this music, it's a deep, deep canon. And once you get involved in it, you're either scared off by how deep the pool is when you dip your toe into it, or you embrace it and dive in. And I chose to dive in.
I'm Monique Horton Odom, Director of Metro Parks and Recreation. Celebrate Nashville is important to the city of Nashville because it gives us an opportunity to bring all cultures that call Nashville home together here in one place. Nashville is so diverse, and the park system, a public park system, is for everyone to enjoy. It is important for us to acknowledge each other, to get to know each other. That's one of the ways that we build community in the city of Nashville, is by hosting Celebrate Nashville and other programming opportunities that we have in the park system. Festival started back in 1995. It was then at Scarrett Bennett Center on that campus. There were about 2,500 folks that attended that year. I became involved with what was then called Celebration of Cultures. It was wonderful then, and it's wonderful now. Our park staff and teammates here have taken a lead role. It's important for people who live in our city to be able to come out and see themselves and see that we acknowledge, the city acknowledges their presence, diversity, inclusion, equity. They're assets, and they make our city and our people stronger. And I am hoping that Celebrate Nashville continues in Centennial Park for many, many years to come.
Well, my name is Ruby Rodriguez, and I'm from Nashville, Tennessee, originally from Chicago, Illinois, obviously, but my family is from Mexico. Ballet folklorico is traditional Mexican dancing. Ballet folklorico is kind of like a broad term for different regions in Mexico that we represent.
Hi, my name is Maricruz. I'm from Mexico City, and I live in the East Nashville. I think the best thing that performing or anything that has to do with art is what people give you. What people give you, the smiles, and just by them telling me, hey, you did a good job. I think that's the most that we can have as a performer.
My name is Luis Escoto. I'm from the Radnor part of Nashville, and I'm originally from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico. Ballet folklorico to me is the perfect representation of the culture, the spirit, the life that Mexico has. Anywhere it goes, it's iconic. You can see it, you can recognize it, you know what it is. It's the art form, the music. Every part of what makes me a Mexican can be expressed through ballet folklorico. Cuando me traes a mi negra, que la quiero ver aquí, con su rebozo de seda, que letra que de tepi. Cuando me traes a mi negra, que la quiero ver aquí, con su rebozo de seda, que letra que de tepi. Celebrate Nashville is important for the entire city of Nashville, just because it's the perfect place for all the cultures that Nashville has to offer to come together, and it shows the unity that Nashville has as a city. It's not a city that's separated by indifferences, it's all brought together and we can all coexist and be in harmony. It's perfect.
My name is Jay Ratha. I'm on Deck Thai food truck. We actually start to running the business on 2011, on about October. My favorite Thai dish is pad Thai, and we try to bring the authentic Thai street food, which is like the taste, the flavor, and the healthy, to Nashville. When the first big event that we're running when we start food truck is Celebrate Nashville. Every year's come up for the event, it's going to be our anniversary. So we're running business about 8 years now, so we'll be there 8 years already. So every time people see us at the event, they saw the anniversary sign. So we love to be there every year. Celebrate Nashville is important because of everybody can come up and show how they cook on their culture. You know, like Thai culture, Laotian culture, Vietnamese, whatever, Indian, or everybody come up and show that food, show the love of that food. So that's why we need to share this experience to all around Nashville and all around the world, if we can, yes.
My name is Dilman Yassin. I currently live in South Nashville, and I'm originally from Kurdistan. We fled when I was about a year old to Turkey, and we lived in a refugee camp for about 4 years. We moved to Nashville in about 96, 97. The Kurdish community here in Nashville is the largest Kurdish community outside of Kurdistan. We are anywhere from 15,000 to 20,000 Kurds here. Our traumas and endearments have made us into who we are.
تمزراتي ياري هيلا هيلا هيليلي أو دلالاتي ياري سجال طولي واسمري خودي تبو من ياري هيلا هيلا هيليلي خودي تبو من ياري سجال طولي واسمري
My name is Arkan Dusky. I was living in Nashville, Tennessee, but I just recently moved to Murfreesboro, Tennessee. So it's like 30, 40 minutes away from Nashville. But I'm still part of the Nashville Kurdish community. The music I perform today is it's Kurdish music. I've been doing around the Kurdish community here, especially in Nashville, since maybe 1998 or so.
My name is Isam Zakoi. I live in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm originally from Zako, Kurdistan. I come to Nashville 1997-99. I went to a wedding and I sing a song and his dad liked my voice and you know, he put me on the track and I become a singer and you know, Kurdish people and American people love my voice, so I love it. You know, it's a Nashville music city. You gotta be a singer.
Celebrate Nashville Festival, I enjoy doing it. I enjoy to bring Kurdish music and to let other people see it, what Kurdish music is, and especially here in the Music City. Let them hear it, because the tone that we play and the tone that they play, it's a little different, so it's very interesting.
I love to performing, especially for American people to know, you know, Kurdish people have their own music too. It's kind of different, but we like to show them to see what we have and they show what they have, and maybe one day work together as a team.
I've gone to celebrate Nashville several times over the years. I think it's such a great and unique experience to be able to bring all parts of Nashville from different backgrounds into one space, and the fact that it's free and accessible to the entire community makes it great. It's very family friendly. I'm able to bring my kids and share the culture and heritage of so many other Nashville neighbors, and for me that makes it such a special day.
I'm Kyle Elias, and I live in the Bellevue area. I moved here from West Virginia, grew up in a little town, Ripley, West Virginia.
And my name is Jack Elias. I've lived in the Bellevue area with my wife, and I came to Nashville in '67 to attend Vanderbilt University from Detroit, Michigan, where I grew up. We started our shop with the idea of being able to keep going back to South America. In 1977-78, we formed the ideas. We met Pedro on the streets of a little town called Cochas Chico, and I had a bag and she had a bag full of carved gourds we had bought from his neighbors. And he saw them and he very politely said, "I carve gourds too." And my Spanish wasn't great, but I understood. And he said, "Well, show me a piece." And he pulls out a little bag, the most beautiful gourd I've ever seen, and I still got it in there. We bought the gourd from him. We said we couldn't buy more because we'd spent all our money, but we would come back next year and buy more gourds. From then on, we always bought his gourds, to the point where eventually we didn't buy them from the other people in the town. We bought them just from him and his family, which is 11 other kids and a lot of relatives. The carved gourds often tell a story of the life in the mountains of Peru. They started because people ate out of them. They ate out of gourds. And rich people would ask the gourd carvers to carve their family symbol in them or their family story. So they'd have a matching set of bowls and cups, all done like that. Every gourd tells a story. Sometimes very simple, sometimes very complex.
The festival has evolved in that in the beginning, not hardly anybody had products to sell because most people just had things in their home that they had brought or their relatives had brought. So when they invited us to do it, having a store gave us quite a leg up, and people were blown away by the merchandise and how much variety we had. there was not much diversity that people were aware of. So for us, it was a surprise to see how many people from other places in the world actually did live in Nashville.
Definitely unites the cultures. It provided a lot of people who have never been out of their own backyard to meet people from other areas and realize they lived in Nashville. A lot of people have no idea that we have all these little communities of people from South America, Eastern Europe, just all over the world. It's really a feel-good place. It's a wonderful thing.
Hey, my name is Alonzo Eder, and I live right on the border of Madison and Nashville. So I don't know exactly where to tell you I'm from. I started off coming to the park to be in the Half Steppers, but they told me I had to learn the dances, and the only way I could learn the dances is go to the line dance classes. So that captured me, and I've been doing the line dances as well as the Half Steppers ever since.
My name is Joanne Jones. I live in the Bordeaux area. I'm originally from Memphis, Tennessee. Here at Hartman Park, on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we do line dancing. At the Celebrate Nashville Festival, the High Steppers danced, and we also participated in the parade. Everybody enjoyed our dancing, and so to me, when I can make people feel good and enjoy what I do, it makes me feel good. It's a coming together of Nashvillians, and nothing is any better than celebrating who you are and where you are. And I'm sure everybody feels the same way that I feel. It's nothing like a good celebration.
As a little boy, I used to go to Metro Parks, play on the swings, play softball, do all these things. It's so many new dances that we learn and do, and it's a lot of fun. Plus, as you can see, when we stopped, I have gained a little weight. So I enjoy the exercise of it as well.
If you haven't been to Hartman Park for line dancing, you need to give it a chance because I know you're going to enjoy it. It will be a fun time for you. You will be getting benefits, good, healthy benefits from it. And I guarantee you'll be back.
Oh, celebrating Nashville last year. We had a ball. The High Steppers danced at the celebration. We really, really enjoyed everything we did. It was something to do for everybody, whether you were 7 or whether you were 77. So I think that is a great thing to have each and every year.
My favorite part about old-time music and the style of music that we play, Americana folk, is probably the community. I feel like people are really nice, the musicians in the community are really nice and down-to-earth and humble. And also it's just fun music to play, you know? It's, yeah, it's like dance music, so it's fun.
most about the old time and bluegrass style of music is definitely the community. They're so welcoming in passing down the traditions, but also there's a lot of room for making things your own and kind of evolving the style of music.
We are in Casa Azafran. We cook at the back in the kitchen called Mesa Comal. It's a community kitchen, and we don't have a storefront. We don't intend on getting a storefront, especially this year. My name is Tasha French Lemley, and I currently live in East Nashville. I've been in Nashville, nearly 20 years, and originally from Huntsville, Alabama. So Chaiwala is a small tea-based social enterprise. What a social enterprise typically is an organization, it can be nonprofit, oftentimes for-profit, that creates a source of income for people with barriers to income, or creates a product that supports people, maybe people experiencing poverty or homelessness. The achar we make is called tomato pickle, so you might call it tomato achar or tomato pickle. A tomato achar is sort of like a chutney, so it's a condiment that you would have on the side of a meal. So we put it on veggie burgers, on pizza, scrambled eggs, French fries, fish. But an Indian family might typically use a tomato achar with plain rice, basmati rice, and then plain yogurt. Curiosity is so important. And Celebrate Nashville creates an atmosphere that makes curiosity safe and makes it fun. And I think when we have a safe atmosphere like that to engage with someone from a country we maybe haven't even heard of before, get to try their food, get to hear their music, see their dances, I think that curiosity and kind of feeding that curiosity demystifies the other person. I think food is an incredible vehicle to experience different cultures, to build compassion for other cultures, to start to revere other cultures for what they have created.
I'm Sonia Chaudhary from Brentwood, Tennessee, originally from Kolkata, India. Upasana Performing Arts Center was founded by me in 2003. Over the past 17 years, we have trained numerous young girls and boys to learn this beautiful dance form. We've had the pleasure of performing at Celebrate Nashville for the past 10 years, and it's been an incredible opportunity for our students and our community to come forward and participate at such an amazing platform which represents the incredible diversity that is in this city.
Hi, my name is Ishani Ganguly. I'm from Nashville, Tennessee, and I am from India. My favorite part of Kathak would have to be the way you move in it, like the grace involved. I just love that I can move so gracefully and the femininity of it all.
Kathak, it's a form of North Indian classical dance in India, and it is especially unique because it has had so many different influences over the years, particularly from Middle Eastern regions. I think that dance is a form of expression that is so important, particularly for me as a woman, to be able to express how I'm feeling in so many different ways. So the piece that we performed is called a tarana, and the beauty of a tarana is that it really exemplifies the pure technical aspects of Kathak. So the fast turns, the footwork, the stylized movements, it really allows advanced and upper level dancers to showcase their talent and their grace and their abilities.
I'm Ellen Gilbert, Global Education Center founding director, and I live in the west part of Nashville and moved here in 1970 from Ohio, where I'm originally from. So our logo for Global Education Center comes from the Lakota medicine wheel, and I chose it because the red, yellow, black, and white represent the symbolic colors of people, and the phrase Mitako Yasin means we are all related one to another as brothers and sisters, but we're also related to everything else living in the universe. And it's a lesson that when I go to schools, I like to teach children that about our oneness and our commonalities rather than our differences. We're a nonprofit, an anti-bias multicultural arts education center, and I started the work about 40 years ago in area schools because a lot of immigrant children were coming in and the lack of knowledge teachers had for their new arrivals. And so I decided to create a program where we could teach about the children in our schools, but I did it through the arts because it's so much easier to address issues like racism, xenophobia. Through the arts, it's more positive and it shows our connection. Our primary work is still in schools in Metro Nashville and 18 surrounding counties. And then we do teacher training. We're a national model for multicultural arts integration for pre-K through 12. And within our own organization, we have about 100 resident artists from about 40 countries and cultures. If you asked me why you should come to celebrate Nashville, I would say you should definitely come because you can see a large slice of the diversity of Nashville, which are your neighbors, your friends. So I think it's important for people to have a place to express their culture the way they want to, but it's also important to educate other people about the diversity of Nashville and to see the common thread that we all have. We all express our political, social, religious, ancestral history, everything through our music, through our dance, through our poetry, through our foods, through our clothing. So I think it's important to have a place where people can see that we all express ourselves and have the need for that in similar ways, but we might express it differently based on what our heritage is, right?
Markovic, and I live in the Bellevue, Nashville, southwest of Nashville area. And I'm originally from former Yugoslavia, in one of the 6 republics from former Yugoslavia. Now it's called Bosnia and Herzegovina. A lot of this music I grew up with, actually, in former Yugoslavia, because Macedonian music, a lot of songs that we played in Bulgaria and Macedonia, they know each other's songs. In Yugoslavia, we also had the word bratstvo I jedinstvo, brotherhood and unity. So we had everything from Slovenian polkas and waltzes down to Macedonian music.
Natchez Thrace, being that we're in Nashville, everybody knows what the Natchez Thrace Parkway is. And Thrace, of course, is the central part of Bulgaria where all the best tunes are from. And historically, that name referred to that whole region of Turkey and Macedonia and Bulgaria and northern Greece. And so for a Nashville band playing Bulgarian dance music, Natchez Thrace seemed like a perfect fit.
Favorite part of the Celebrate Nashville Festival would have to be coming together with the people that are truly looking for a unity. It allows for the musician to be themselves more. I'm classically trained as an Indian tabla player, so I'm used to playing classical music, but coming together with these guys, I'm able to bring that style, that technique to a table that's loose and fun versus playing in front of I don't say stiffer audience, but people who are gauging you by how that cast of music should be played.
I'm Sarah Imran. I live in Hillsborough Village and I'm originally from Pakistan. The work of the Metro Human Relations Commission is organized around the motto, One City for All People. And what that means is that all of our programming, our education efforts, our trainings, our advocacy efforts, they're designed for all people in Nashville. Regardless of race, ethnicity, religion, national origin, gender, sexual orientation, the MHRC represents you. I believe Celebrate Nashville really embodies what the core mission of the MHRC is. The message that Celebrate Nashville sends out to every Nashvilleian is that not in spite of your identity, but because of your identity, you are seen, you are valued, you are wanted. That's the message that every Nashvilleian gets, and that's the message that we also hope to communicate through the work that we do at the MHRC.
Esta vida pudiera yo pedir un deseo. Lo que viene a mi mente es estar junto a ti. Pues nada deseo más que poder estar cada día junto a ti.
My name is Marcela Pinilla Eicher. I lived in Hermitage, Tennessee, and I'm a singer, a songwriter, and a dreamer. I'm originally from Bogotá, Colombia. The song that we perform called Juntos is a song that I wrote with my friend Victor Wooten. We wrote it a few years ago and it's included in my album Passion. It really draws from different elements, and that is one of the things that I loved about making music here in Nashville, that you get to mix different elements. You know, everyone has their own background, their own style.
Hago un alto en el camino, suelto el miedo y sigo una vez y otra vez. Salto, caigo y me levanto.
And my name is Isaac Eicher. So we played a song called Salto. And it was something that we wrote together. I did more of the chords and Marcella came up with the lyrics.
When everybody, for just whatever the length the concert is, everybody's there having a good time. We're all brothers and sisters and nobody's worried about anything. We're all about the music. Celebrate Nashville Festival encompasses that.
Cuántas cosas he dejado de hacer yo por miedo, cuántas barcas he quemado sin dejarlas navegar, cuántas cosas se han abierto y yo las he cerrado sin culpa o con culpabilidad. Ya no agrego más a esa lista, por ahora quiero pedir vista. Llevo mi maleta llena de ilusiones y muchas canciones. Hago un alto en el camino, yo suelto el miedo y sigo. Una vez y otra vez, salto, caigo y me levanto. Una vez y otra vez, salto, caigo y me levanto.
Kirkpatrick is really a cool community center, very close to my home. And I really have gotten to know it over the years and been able to work with a lot of the participants here as well as the staff. That mural that I was able to do with the Oasis Center and the Mayor's Youth Council was truly an inspiring project from start to finish. At Celebrate Nashville, we painted together. We invited all attendees to paint with us. I will pick the palette, you know, all these cool colors, and kids then come up to me and they're like, well, we want to paint with you. And it's, for me, it sounds like chaos, but it's a ton of fun. I just encourage them to not paint over the black line and don't put the same color beside the other same color. It's all about engaging community through art. Celebrate Nashville is important because we all rely on human connection. I really value the way we can communicate through art even when there's a language barrier. And Celebrate Nashville does such a great job of highlighting all of the arts. To know that you're connected to someone outside your circle and then outside your state and your country, it reminds us how much more we have in common than different.
Is Maria Hall, and I am a native of Nashville, Tennessee. So Sankofa African Drum and Dance Company is an offspring company that started out of the Village Drum and Dance Ensemble. And Sankofa, we focus on West African drum and dance culture. The word Sankofa means to go back and fetch. We believe that you can't move forward unless you know what your past is.
My name is Baba Musa. I'm a native of North Nashville. The most I like about African drumming is that it inspires people. It makes people want to move.
My name is Hadia Mason. I currently reside in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Today we did 3 different dances from Guinea, West Africa. Our first dance was called Konkoba. It is a farmer's dance. It's done to keep the harvesting energetic and keep everybody motivated to harvest those crops. Our second piece was a Guinea Fade into a dance called Mane. Guinea Fade is literally translated into woman's dance. So it's traditionally done. You'll see only women dancing it. It's very feminine, it's very energetic, and exudes just everything that we are as women, right? We're fun, we're flirty, but we're also strong and energetic.
The reason why Celebrate Nashville is an important festival is because it brings people together. It brings various nationalities together so we can experience your culture, her culture, his culture, their culture.